And they have found out that one person who was going after this, he had some kind of personal grudge against the person who was flying on that flight. So for that reason, he puts in a threat on social media that there is a bomb on the plane. So with these kind of using it for very petty pranking styles or just not understanding the whole seriousness about the air travel and the security that we follow, we don't want people to step into that direction of using the aviation sector as doing for these pranksters. So to put a deterrent, we are changing the aircraft security rules and making the no-fly list for these people who do these kind of activities. And also there is another act. Now people have mentioned, why don't you put it in this act also? But under the civil aviation, we have another act, which is the Swastika Act, Safety Suppression of Unlawful Acts Against Safety of Civil Aviation. This is another act which specifically deals with these offences and unlawful activities regarding the plane. And we found that that can be strengthened a little bit. So we are going into amend that law. We are bringing in slightly more stringent laws into that act itself, which will address the concern that has been raised today. So in very quick time, we would like to bring it to the House also, so that the amendment that is proposed in the Swastika Act can also get passed, and that is regarding the bomb threats we are facing. And on top of that, there are some other, in the very beginning, Digi Yatra, privacy concerns, and it keeps coming under questions also, but I have to say that during, regarding the Digi Yatra, almost 3 crore people have used it till now. They find it very, very convenient, because what takes through the CISF security, what takes like 20 to 25 seconds, with the usage of this Digi Yatra, it becomes 5 seconds for them to cross gate to gate. And it has been put at multiple points. One is at the entry of the entry of the airport, then there is the security check-in and the boarding gate thing. So at these 3 points, we are using these Digi Yatra systems. And first and foremost, Digi Yatra is a totally voluntary system. It's not a mandatory that we are pushing it onto the people or the passengers. Whoever feels that it is convenient for me to use the Digi Yatra, only he gets to use it. And how do we address the privacy? There is a certain audit on this. There is a forensic audit which has been done. And everyone has pointed out that no privacy threat is being done by the Digi Yatra. And whatever the information that is stored in the Digi Yatra system, it gets purged. Once you use Digi Yatra, the whole information about the Aadhaar or whatever details you put in, it gets stored on your phone itself. It doesn't go to any other place. Only when you put in the boarding card, the airport gets notified that you're traveling through this airport at this time. So within a stipulated time, the information goes to the airport, so that when you reach the gate, the airport has that information. And once you cross and once you travel from that airport, the data gets purged in itself. So there is no place which stores all your data. And if there is a data threat that needs to happen, all the people who use Digi Yatra, all the phones need to be hacked. Now 800, so many phones, whoever Digi Yatra is using, they all need to be hacked consistently, but otherwise there is no one place where all the Digi Yatra systems get, the data gets stored, so there is no privacy concern in that. And other than that, drones and advanced air mobility, I'm very happy that people are also seeing that aviation has many other sectors. Otherwise, people feel that we only deal with the airplanes, but whatever is there in the space, whatever utilizes the space, any kind of vehicle that utilizes the space, it all comes under the Ministry of Civil Aviation. And we have defined this thoroughly in the Act itself. And much of it, because this is a very robust industry, the rules need to be consistently changed, the airspaces, it's an international affair, and all of these coming together, then you need to have a very robust mechanism that somewhere, like I've said in the opening speech also, the International Civil Aviation Organization, which speaks with its under 193 member countries and continuously recommends us on what the protocols need to be, what the requirements need to be. So not every time once they say that, acha ye karo, then I can't bring everything to the parliament. So we are bringing in the principal act, in the principal act itself, we are saying, let us have the authority to make these rules little more strongly. And once we do that, the rules can follow according to the recommendations that we receive. And just like how we have rules for the passengers, rules, safety requirements for the aircraft, similarly, we have made rules for the drones also, and we are stepping into making rules for advanced air mobility vehicles. And you'll all be very surprised and excited also within 1 year, because a lot of research is going into advanced air mobility. This is something which is very exciting for a country like India, where from the airport, to coming into the city. When you're in these metro cities, everywhere you find this challenge. A small traffic jam and you're stuck for 1 hour or 2 hours coming home from the airport itself. And that is where these advanced air mobility vehicles, this is the electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, which is going to be a new invention which is happening across the world, and people are building these prototypes and trying to form the rules around it. And India is not far behind. We have already said if you want to build a vertiport from where these vehicles need to take off, we have already, from the DGCA, we have designed the rules for that. And airworthiness of this aircraft that we are going to build, we have designed the rules for that. So step by step, whatever needs to be done, we are consistently speaking with the industry and forming the rules so that by 2026 in the beginning, when the industry says we have the vehicle ready so that we can use it, we are ready with the rules from the Ministry of Civil Aviation. So we are strongly pursuing that path. We have not left it behind. And if you say that it's not there present in the Act itself, according to the definition of the aircraft, it comes under this Act, and we are forming the rules subsequently so that all those things need to get addressed. And a lot of people have also mentioned about their local airports or the airports of the region. Some new airports, some need to be developed, some need the capacity augmentation and so many other things. And to address each and individual one, it will be very difficult, but I assure each and every one, you can come and see me, you can discuss about your airport with me, I'll be available to meet, and everyone across the tables. Our intention is not to do politics with any airport. Our intention is to promote aviation and do the best to the people of this country so that everyone who aspires to be on that plane has a very convenient, affordable and accessible air travel. That is the thing. And one, out of my respect to our ex-Prime Minister, who is also here, and I should appreciate the commitment he has at this age also, coming here and sitting for so many hours, and for the reply and mentioning about the airport, that he is so passionate about the Hassan airport, and we are going to take it seriously from our side. It is an airport which is being developed with the help of the state government of Karnataka, and I've got the details regarding it, and it is the physical progress of the Hassan airport is up to 60.21% today. Financial progress is 56.51%, and the project completion date is April 2025. As a minister, I'll be constantly pursuing with the state government itself so that it gets done in the stipulated time. And your dream of having a very good airport in Hassan, not just for this thing, but for also catering for the demands of the farmers there, definitely we would want to make it a reality as early as possible, and from our side we'll provide all the support. And this goes without saying to all the members who have mentioned about airports also. Our intention is to make as many airports as possible, because now we see the aspirations have grown. Now each and every district, earlier what used to be like the capital airport of a state, wherever the capital was there, people were expecting one airport there. But now I'm seeing that people, even though there is an airport within 100 and 150 kilometer radius, they feel like they are entitled to one airport in their own district itself. ये सोच में जो बदलाव आया, ये हमारे नरेंद्र मोदी जी से आया है कि हर जिले में every district can afford their own airport. It is with this movement that we have gone forward, and definitely we will keep continuing it, and all the requests that we are getting, we are going to do it. Now we have to also realize that building an airport, the ease with which we are doing it today, we might not be able to do it tomorrow, because the land availability will not be so easy. So whoever wants to build an airport, whoever wants to see an airport built in their space, they need to actively pursue with the state government. They need to get into discussion with them. They need to pursue the land. They need to capture.
Please.
Why?
Please.
No, you are traveling. Kerala has taken full. Kerala state has fully utilized the aviation sector like no other state. I appreciate all the efforts they have done. No other state has.
Please.
Let me speak, sir. No other state has 3 points of call. Only Kerala has it. And it is with respect to the people there who travel abroad for many things, we have given 3 points of call. Kannur also we have international thing. There is a strong request for points of call. And like you have said, we are not doing it by like and unlike of this thing. No points of call has been given, but we are thoroughly moving into that direction to see where else we have to do. Points of call, and definitely Kannur is a very important airport for us also. Whatever best needs to be done there, we will provide all the support based on what the state government is asking and the people's demands also. Definitely we will do the best from our side also, so that the aspirations of the people there or met. I know it is a very
Please,
important
please.
demand,
Dr.
but we have to
Sridhar,
collectively,
please. No point
we
of-
have to
please.
collectively look at all these things, sir. And overall, there are these kind of demands originating from other states also, and looking at the country as a whole. And how do we connect it with international sectors? Because a lot of the airports that we have built now have the international status also. They are requiring flights to start international this thing. All those things we'll collectively look at India as one big aviation hub, and then how to promote all these places. We'll take one considerable decision, and all the even if it feels that I haven't addressed any issue in particular, my team and I myself, we have noted down all the points, and I am going to reach out individually to all the people who have mentioned here, and definitely make sure that each and every issue that has been mentioned through the bill is going to get addressed, sir. And we are really, really committed to take aviation to another level. One important closing comment that we want to make is we have been talking about a lot of the air traffic connectivity and how we bring more people into air travel network. But what we are really trying to address through the Act itself is how do we improve the job creation and economic activity also. The multiplier effect that we have in this is 1 rupee spent creates 3 rupees of economic activity. One job that we create in aviation creates up to 6 to 15 times jobs in the direct and indirect sector in aviation. That is the potential we have. And how do we tap into it? We create India as a state of design. We create India as a state of maintenance, as a state of manufacture. Once we get these terms flowing, once you get that mindset flowing, we will become the country where we can produce our own aircraft, not only for the domestic demands of the country, but we promote it so that people, other countries also come to us and buy aircrafts which are made in India. That is the real Atmanirbhar Bharat that we want to address. And by that, we want to create more jobs in this sector, sir. And that is where the core ideology of this bill lies. And I'm sure that each and everyone appreciates this kind of mindset. And I'd like to thank each and everyone for all the support they have given in this bill. And I'm sure once this bill becomes an act, it is going to let us really fly and touch the skies in the aviation that India wants to reach. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Now the question.